Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Haute Beyleron. Indeed, our little farm here in the fine valley, also known as the beginning of my farming empire. Let's drop the snout weight off of this thing. Plunk. And let's go throw the forks on it. We have another, what did I do with my trailer? Oh, honey. Well, that's kind of weird. Anyway, do hope everybody... Oh, there it is. Okay, it was hiding behind the forage wagon. I do hope everybody's doing well today. I thank you for joining me. And, if you're new to the channel, and you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and maybe give that notification bell a smack. And if you've been watching for a while and you'd like to help the channel out, there is a link to my Patreon down below. Alright, enough of the shameless self-advertising. My god, Species, what have you stooped to? Anyway, let's carry on. So it's now the 21st of November. I'm starting to feel... Oh, I was going to say, I'm starting to feel bad for these bees working so hard out in the cold. Okay, do they just stop going out when the thing is full as well, or are they done for the winter? I would think that, you know, you would not be able to do bees in the winter. It's got to be pretty cold out there by now, I would say. Okay, we'll give that a couple minutes, then I'm going to go back and see if there's bees buzzing about or what. In the meantime, let's just set this in here, I guess. We'll do fine. That doesn't look like it's on there very well at all, does it? Yeah. Okay. Can't say as I'm terribly pleased with that, but there you go. I must say, they certainly come off the forks easy in this version of the game, which is nice. You know, you're not flipping the tips up and down trying to shake the thing loose, and at least so far. You know, we've not had to lift a lot of different stuff. Who knows, maybe sheep wool pellets stick to it like, you know. Well, the example that came to mind I don't want to actually utter, so maybe they don't stick to it at all. Alright, let's shake you on out of here. Boom. Whoop. And let's go see if the passage of one evening and the stoppage of the rain are going to allow us to do the liming of the field, as it says it so desperately needs. I mean, it is just going to winter over like this, of course. I think it's too late to even plant grass now, if I'm not mistaken. So. Oh, those are shadows. I was wondering what the big dark patches in our field were. Oh. Maybe we should, picking up in stones here first, before we cover them all in a blanket of whiteness. One of my viewers told me they found the planter I just spent like 54K on yesterday, or last episode, at the used market for like 60% off or something. Yep, typical. I mean, I do look in that used market, but they don't seem to have what I need when I need it. which I guess is the nature of that sort of beast, isn't it? Alright, unfold your massive pluckers. Yes, look at that. How can you fail? Alright. We'll run you down this way first. Of course, when we didn't have... Oh! That's pretty funny. It actually changes the look of the terrain. It almost looks like it's not plowed now. Well, there you are. Thing's got a built-in cultivator. Of course, I don't think that it'll actually show up like that, you know. But we'll find out. I'll do a strip here, and then we'll have a look on the map. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I suppose if you think about it, there's no reason that this shouldn't do the same thing as a cultivator. You know, it's just basically breaking up the chunks from the plow. You know, or if you don't plow, actually breaking the soil up is pretty much all cultivating is. You know, making an easier way for the seeds to poke their little heads up once they sprout. That would be pretty much the end-all and be-all of cultivations. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was going to drop you down and make you useful. It's just not terribly bright out here, is it? It's almost like, well, it shows it's cloudy, so maybe that's why. Or that it's going to be. Well, I guess that's what it is, isn't it? There's just a bunch of these kind of grayish clouds hanging about. It's not dark, it's just sort of dim, you know? Dimish? Dimicular? I don't... Caca? Indeed. Alright, let's have a look. Like I said, I'm sure it doesn't, but... Well, I'm not sure at all, actually. But there you go. It actually counts as cultivating. Indeed. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Huh. Oh, look at this. I didn't realize that. It shows us our beehives. Now, I guess it's showing 2 here because we got 2 hives and, whatchamacallit, the sales pallet. And then we got 2 hives here. We probably want to drop a hive or 2 in over here as well. Right? Not just to up the honey production, but to help the fields. Right? Because these little buggers get out there, I guess, and they pollinate stuff. Again, I would imagine that only, you know... I don't think there's much about a stalk of wheat to attract a bee, like at any point in the wheat's life. You know what I mean? Whereas I could certainly see something like canola, or even potatoes. I've seen bees on my potato plants here at home, you know, so they definitely pollinate the potato plants. But yeah, I don't know that they'd be of much use on most of the cereal crops. Because I know neither wheat nor barley produce any kind of flour. I wouldn't think that oats would, just because of its similarity to wheat and barley, but I don't know because I don't think I've actually been in a field of oats. I have stood in both fields of wheat and fields of barley, and canola. It's kind of a Canadian thing. Gotta lift that, otherwise oh, look out. Oh, my God, did you see how close that was? Dude. Yeah, not slowing down at all. He's like, whoa, I'm out of here. That was scary close. Wow. Oh, come on, you're not going to straighten out? It's another car. Hey, thank you. Be nice to your local farmer. He makes sure you have something to eat for supper. Oh, I'll tell you, that guy in the black car, he can freaking start. Yeah. That was just close. I don't know how it went by without clipping the hitbox. This rock thing must have an insanely tight hitbox on it. You know, compared to most of the gear in the game. Some of which are just ridiculous. You go to park it next to something else and the thing starts just rocking. You're like, but I'm a meter away. Yeah. Okay. How are we doing for rocks? 60%. Yeah, awesome. I know the debris crusher has run both of the only great demands I've had come up were both for the debris crusher. But we didn't have any fields with rocks in them. That's the one thing that you will, of course, bypass if you use a seeder that doesn't require plowing and cultivating, and then you don't actually plow and cultivate, is that you won't come up with rocks. At least from what I've seen so far, the seeder doesn't dig up rocks. So that is such a busy road, eh? Must be a main thoroughfare. Yes, I thought I saw raindrops there for a moment. You know, I remember the other day I said, oh my God, woke up, we got actually snowed here on the Sunshine Coast. It's gone. Yeah. In fact, it was not last night, the night before. And it was the weirdest thing. I woke up at about, what was it? 1:45 in the morning. And every light in the house was on. Which right away tells me the power went out. Right? Because, well, all of the, for those of you who don't know, all of the lights and stuff in my house are all controlled through one of those, you know, you say its name and it does things for you robots. So, the problem is, if she loses her connection with the world, i.e. the internet goes down for any reason, and makes sense, for safety reasons, anything that's a control for a light and stuff, it'll default to the on position. Right? I guess that way, if it's an emergency, you're not relying on, you know, because to get the thing to work, you've actually got to leave your light switches on. So that's kind of your safety margin taken out of the picture. You're now relying on something else to turn the light off without actually operating the switch. Right? So if you lose that connection, like I say, the safety default is to just let it be on. So yeah, I woke up with everything on. And I don't think the power actually went out here in my house. I think what actually happened was, because none of the, like the stove on my, or the clock on my stove wasn't flashing or any of that weirdness. Most of my clocks you can't tell because they're either connected through radio or through internet. So they kind of set themselves as soon as they have power again. But yeah, the one on the stove is the giveaway, and it wasn't flashing. So I think what actually happened is my ISP, which is over in the main town, Westview, their power probably went out just long enough to deny my little servant her access. But it went out because we had... I've seen them before down here. They're neat. A 3-minute storm. Yeah, literally. It's a wind and rain holocaust that rolls through and then is gone. You know, and literally within 2 to 3 minutes. And it'll go hard enough to rattle your windows, or in my brother's case, who lives in a great big bus, to completely shake his bus. And then it's gone, and it's dead calm again. But it brought an onslaught of rain that was so fierce that it actually got rid of all the snow. So, yeah, bonus. But, oh, and of course, once you're, for those that aren't equipped with a robotic servant at this point in time, once they do find their little connection to the world, they do put everything back to where you left your commands. You know, providing everything's working properly. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. When you live alone, you wake up in the middle of the night and every light in your house is on. You have that moment of, what the? And then you go, oh yeah, right. It is she who controls the power. Yes. But it is a nice thing to have. My favorite part of it is that you don't really have to Google anything anymore. You know, if you think of something that you don't know the answer to, you know, or you want information, you just open your mouth and ask. And it's actually quicker. You only get one result, but it is a quicker result than you could do by yourself online. Right? By the time it would load the thing up and you'd type it, it should have already told you what was going on. So, and because you only get one result, I mean, I do use it for things where there will only be one result. You know, like there's only one answer as to how many teaspoons in a cup, right? It's not a disputable thing. It's a single factual answer. So, you know, for things like that, you know, the other day my brother was over, we were watching something, and this guy had purchased this really cool mini camper, like a van, camperized van, that he'd had brought in from China. And, oh, I turned it off. Well, that was good thinking. That was really good. Oh, it's full. I didn't turn it off. Okay. It's not good thinking. It's the machine being smarter than me. That's great. So I guess I don't have a big choice. Now if I dump this, could I load it with a bucket into a trailer? That's a thought, you know? Let's go find out. For science. But anyway, this guy bought this camper, and he gave us the price he paid for it in yen, not in American dollar or Canadian dollar or anything else. So, yeah. It was 31.8 million yen or something like that, or 38.1 or whatever the heck it was. But it was some large number. And, yeah, my brother whips out his phone and he starts tapping in a search on it, and I go, blah, blah. In Canadian dollars, what is X amount of yen? Yeah, he had just got the page to open, and she came up with the answer, which, of course, again, being a fixed thing, right? And she was dead accurate as to the current exchange rate, because it was the same one that agreed with the bank site that my brother went to look it up. All right, let's see. I don't... Okay, here we go. All right. Well, we know we can do that. Okay. Let's head back out there. So yeah, awful handy for that sort of thing. And it is nice to, wake up in the morning and without ever having to even raise your head off the pillow, just start turning the lights on in the house that you're going to need when you get there. And, well, of course, I used to have it so I could turn the coffee pot on, but then I had that same thing happen a couple of times, where in the middle of the night, everything would go awry. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, that was down, I thought so. Get up in the morning and, oh good, coffee's made. What the heck, it's ice cold. Yeah, it's because it was made 6 hours ago. Well, I gotta tell you, as far as FS22, I'm still pretty darn happy with it. It is, and I'd have to say, for a change, actually feels different. The difference between 19 and 17, yeah, there was some different mechanics. There was some stuff added. There was, of course, a bunch of brand names. Other than that, it played pretty much the same. Like I said, a couple of different mechanics, but nothing too overly weird. This one just feels different. And they've actually added a lot of different, not mechanics, but a lot of different game loops, shall we say. With the mulchers and the rock picker, and yeah, kind of cool. Like I say, the fact that the vehicles themselves feel different on the ground, just a bonus. And I'm glad to hear, too, from some of you, especially some of the long-time viewers, that you're also playing it and quite enjoying the changes that have been made and the way it plays. So, good-o. I think we can all agree it could use, a patch. But I'm thinking we'll probably see that. Should be somewhere around the 3rd week of December, I think, is when they usually release the first one, a month after the initial... Whoop. And now that's getting there. Don't want to miss it here. There we go. I wonder if we'll actually fill this thing twice. Oh, it's just occurred to me too. We don't have a bucket for our loader. Good job, species. Now you will forever have a pile of rocks right in the middle of your driveway. Ah, well. I'm sure we can afford to scrape up a bucket. Can't be more than, I'm going to say a good bucket is going to cost us $8,000. $8,000. What do you think? Am I close? Loaders of the frontage variety. Here we are. Oh, no, back. Front loader tools. There we go. Oh, 1,600. For an all but. All but what? 1,000 liters? That's pretty small, man. Tell me you got a better one. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, 15,000. Okay. Really? Really? Wow. Well, not terribly interested in that. And I'm not dumb enough for that. Okay. I will be visiting the mod hub, apparently. I think there is a couple. So, and yeah, there's no way they can be 15K. I mean, I'd like it to be more than 1,000 liters. Heck, even this rock muncher thing holds considerably more than that. Right, we're at 643 liters at 32%. So yeah, it probably holds double that when it's full. Double the 1,000 liters, not the 643. So this works as a cultivator. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Not to mention money saving. Now, it's granted not as wide as what I probably would. Ooh, there. Crazy. There you go. I don't know what word I was trying to think of, but yeah, that'll pretty much cover it. They are freaking crazy. Yeah, you just missed your buddy. Either that or I'm having terrible deja vu today. Hard to say. So I turned the tire tracks down a little bit, just in hope of, well, you know, a little bit better frame rate, or a little more consistent. I mean, I am getting a steady 60, but that's kind of my limit as it is. Hopefully I'm going to change that soon. At this point, I mean, my video card is a bit of a limiting factor, but you could certainly do worse than be running an 8 gig RX 590. You know, there's a lot of people, not necessarily big YouTube channels, but there's a lot of people that are still running cards of certainly lesser capability than that. But one of the big limiting factors I do have, well, that after doing some more research I'm far more aware of, is actually my monitor. Now, I mean, it's a nice monitor. It's an IPS panel, which, you know, has certainly a nice clarities and such. You know, good MIPS, that sort of thing. But it's a 60 hertz. In fact, to be more precise, it's a 59.9 hertz monitor. And that means that when I'm sitting here at 60 FPS, that's the max that the monitor is capable of displaying anyways. Right. So it would probably behoove me to move up into a 144 hertz monitor or something. I know as long as I didn't go too big with the screen that my graphics card would not have any issues pushing it. But something to consider. I want to get my Scuta modified first, and that's going to cost me a fair chunk of coin. So that's going to have to be a bit of a priority for now. I'll be ready for when spring hits. I want to be out there just to zoom in. Indeed. Scooting to the max. Okay. Yeah. I'm really good at leaving things exactly where I don't need them to be. That's okay. That's okay. There we go. Back on the straight and narrow. And we're almost through this field. So, I mean, that's not bad. That's certainly usable. What is this thing? It's got to be 5 or 6 meters in width. I know we bought the biggest one available just for that reason. I still find it weird that the American map seems to have smaller fields. I thought Giant's idea of American maps were definitely the go big or stay home variety, you know? And it could be just the starting area. I don't recall the detail. Yeah, it's going to be just not quite enough, eh? That's fair. That's fair. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, it is. Right on. I'll have to go back up and brush up that corner, but beyond that... And we got another 70-something% of this thing filled. Wow. Alright, let's go see how badly I boned up that end corner there, and then this field is done. Well, I still want to see if we can fire the lime down. Well, I didn't do too bad down here. We'll just give that one little corner a scrub. There we go. Okay. Okay. Go dump this with the rest of the rubble, and we'll figure out a way to haul it. That is so weird, that receding brown line, eh? That's only because I have the LOD set reasonable distance as opposed to, 3080 Ti distance, shall we say. And there you go. Dump them rocks. Alright. There we have it. No, I moved it, I parked it too far over. That's too bad. Thinking I could tuck this in beside the honey trailer. But I think we'll just pop it in here instead. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, I'll look on the, oh, look at that. That's something I wanted to check on, remember? And apparently the bees are still boozing about, because we've got 2 boxes already. Yep, there they are, look at them. Huh. Well, that is one brave packle. Well, what's the outer temperatures here. Oh, really? 21st of November, and it's like, where the heck is Haute Beyleron? That it would be this warm. I mean, look at that. 20 Celsius. What the? Yeah. By the middle of the afternoon, it's supposed to hit like 20. Well, no wonder the bees are still active. Man. How you doing, chickens? Still on your first batch, eh? 63 pieces. Nice. You go, ladies. You go indeed. Alright, guys. I'm going to call the episode there. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget, hit that like button. Have yourselves a great day. Take care of each other. And ciao for now.